Man, I tell you, if it ain't one thing, it's another. Um, Somebody don't want me to get this information out, I guess, huh? Like, they don't want me to get the information out, people. Those bastards. Yes, I call them bastards. Yes, those bastards. Those dirty bastards. Those dirty bastards. I'm gonna go show you guys what they did. I have to wait till I get inside the house because I don't want my phone to disconnect like it just did. It's weird how all of a sudden I got something to tell y'all and my phone just like disconnected from the system. The strangest thing. Strangest things, guys. Hold on a second. I'm walking inside the house. I had to use my Wi-Fi from the house. Just one second. Just one second. Got to situate myself in here for a second. Put my stuff together. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on. Okay, hold on a second, guys. Going up the stairs. Going to go to my trusty desktop. My desktop. I know a whole bunch of people left because phone is here. All right, here we go. I'm gonna log in to my desktop. While you guys wait on me, hold on a second. Just one second, guys. Just hold on. Dang, I left my water downstairs. Why I leave my water downstairs? Well, one second. Just bear with me a second, people, please. I apologize. I'm trying to get into my computer here so I can talk to you guys. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. About to log in into my StreamYard. Sorry about that, guys. I had to go and log in into my desktop. My phone, for some strange reason, kicked me out of it, so I have to hold on a second, guys. The government filed a motion a few minutes ago at 4:23. 4:23. They filed, but I just need to show you guys, and it's a sealed item. It's sealed, but here's the deal, okay? Here's the deal. One second, let me just pull this up for you guys. 1 second. Just 1 second. Lady Coltrane, you did send me that email, right? You did send me the email. I got it. I got it, Lady Coltrane. Thank you. All right. Lord Jesus, build a fence all around us. Okay. As you can recall, the judge asked the government to submit the she set an order for them to submit the questionnaires, which included the jurors that were picked and jurors that was excused, right? And I explained to you guys the other day what the reason why she wanted them, because their notes are written in those jury selection of those questionnaire. I know a couple of people was asking, why does she need that when she actually has that record in the court system? But no, they don't have the notes that was written on in regards to each juror. They do not have those notes, and that's what the judge wanted. She wanted those notes, and the government did submit it to the judge, right? Government submitted to the judge on the I'm going to give you the date they submitted it. They submitted to the judge on the 19th of April, and it was a sealed item, right? The 19th of April, because remember I said they submitted it early because they didn't have to give it until the 20th, but they submitted on the 19th, and they submitted it as a seal, and I told you what it included. I'm going to go ahead and read what it included for you guys. What it includes was the hold on, I'm going to read every item for you guys so you guys know, and I'll show it to you guys on the screen. Just 1 second, let me pull it up. Okay, let me just share my screen with you guys for a moment. Let me share it with you, and this is the PACES report. Okay, I'm going to share it with you guys. Sorry, I'm going fast, but I'm trying to get to the bottom line. Okay, let's go all the way down to the 19th. Okay, the 19th, you see right here? The 19th right here, they submitted this right here, right? They submitted the letter under file regarding juror questionnaires pursuant to the court's April 13, 2022 electronic order, which is what the judge ordered them to submit the questionnaire as to Robert Sylvester Kelly. And they had one attachment, which was the questionnaire for seated jurors and alternate jurors, right? Then the other attachment was number 2, which was a questionnaire for potential jurors who were questioned but excused, meaning that they were picked at first. You know how they go down, dwindle down. These are the jurors who actually was requested to come into the courtroom. They did the letters first, and then they removed people from those letters. From the original set, right? These were the ones that actually made it through to come to the court to get picked, right? These are the questionnaires that the judge is asking them for, which included the potential jurors and the alternate, the ones that was actually picked, right? And then there was those that they questioned, but they were excused based on their answers to the questions. So the judge is asking for their questionnaires to see what notes was placed in those individual jurors for them not to be picked. So she's going to do a thorough investigation of why they were not picked, right? And what was some of the reasoning that they put in a note for them not picking them. Okay. That was done on the 19th, right? But lo and behold, today, guys, today, and I'm going to read what the definition of what this particular statement in the filing is. Well, today, which is a day after the original date of them having to submit it, they submit, look at this, they submit a letter correcting and supplanting. And I'm going to give you the definition of that in a minute. The government's April 19, 2020 letter regarding filing of juror questionnaire pursuant to the court's April 13, 2022 order with attachment. So, where this came from, I don't know. But the word supplanting means, let me give you the definition, y'all. I got to give you a definition. And you see the word the correcting. So there's something that's fishy. I believe it's fishy, because why is there correction being done and supplanting? And I'm going to give you the definition of that word supplanting and what it means. Okay, just one second. Supplanting means, by definition, supplant is to take place of or substitute for another, or to usurp the place of, especially through intrigue or underhanded tactics. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? That is what the word supplant means. Somebody needs to be questioning this stuff. This was done by the prosecutor, Janissa. And I'm going to show it back to you guys. I'm going to stop this and show you again. That's why I said those dirty bastards. You see, right here. This is it right here. Correcting. Okay, I'm gonna invite people in because exactly. But guys, this is what was placed at as of 4:23 today. 4:23 today. 4:23 today. I'm gonna go ahead and play Peter's song because you had to take a call. Okay, Mel. Here's what happened. On the 19th, the government submitted the request by the judge, which was the questionnaires. They submitted three um, different attachment, and it was what the judge requested. So but they did it a day before. Now, yesterday was actually their due date. So for some strange reason, they are correcting what they sent to the judge. They're correcting or supplanting. And according to the dictionary for that word, to supplant, it means to, I'm going to bring it up to you guys. It means to take the place of or substitute for another. Or number two, to usurp the place of, especially through intrigue or underhanded tactics. We have 135 people in the chat. Could y'all please hit the like button? Can y'all hit the like button? Can y'all please hit the like button? Mel, I don't know. Hit the link, Mel. Hit the link, Mel. Hit the link. And I can't read what it is because they made the the entry they submitted where it's under seal. So I can't look and see what it is. Aretha, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what they did. They should be able to do this. They shouldn't be able to do this. Well, I think they got caught, y'all, with the hand. I think they got caught with their hand in the cookie jar. Something's up. Dennis says, what did Jackie says? Jackie, what did you say? Jackie says, anytime you don't do what the prosecutor wants you to do, they will dismiss you. And hey, Joycelyn. Let's see.
Hey, Sylvia.
Hey, how you doing?
I've been MIA forever, but I am still with y'all. Don't you never forget it. That's some weird stuff right there. Because I write legal documents, that is like they superseded. So what did they do? I mean, why did they supersede what they originally sent? Why did they do that? That's my concern. It's just looking more and more like they're gonna have to throw this. They just gonna have to overturn this, and that's how I see it. They're gonna have to overturn.
Yeah. How do you supersede just questionnaires where you have your notes?
Yeah, like I mean, what do they mean? They had to correct. What do you mean? What are you talking about? I'm sure I know Jennifer Bonjean as sharp as she is. It ain't finna get past her. It's not. Why are y'all going all out to do this? Is this man guilty or not? Because I say not. You having to do too much. You're having to do too much. You are so full of it, and God is going to be victorious in the end. This is a spiritual warfare. This what this is. This is above. Well, it was always above us, but God got this though. I have true confidence that He do. They just showing how dirty they are. They show. I mean, it's just showing. It's showing. They were show hiding, but look how they're being exposed. They're being exposed at every hand.
Yeah. Even
We
even
knew that
having
jury was not right. We knew that jury was tainted.
yeah, 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 yeah. You're right.
Hey, what's up, girl?
Hey Mel, what's going on?
Nothing. Okay, so I'm trying to get some clarification.
Okay.
Now, what happened?
Well, you remember the government submitted the required
Yeah,
questionnaire that the judge asked for,
right.
and they submitted on the 19th, and now they resubmitting it with some they're correcting and supplanting it.
So, where does this planting come from? Who said that?
That's in the document. That's what they put down in the what's the name? Hold on a second.
Yeah,
Hold on.
you read for the people in the back, and I'm back. I'm in the back. Say what now?
You in the back. It's right here.
Oh,
Right there.
I'm trying to understand.
Says letter dated April 21st. Correcting and what? Supplanting
Say letter.
the
Which
government.
really means superseding. Like when they was doing them superseding indictments. It's like them. It replaces what was there. So it's
Correct,
replacing that.
correcting and supplanting the government's April 19, 2022 letter regarding. Scoot it over some more, Sylvia. Can't. It's only half of it on there. Um, Questionnaires for seated juror and alternate jurors. Exhibit questionnaires
The
for
question,
seated
but
jurors.
how do you? Here's the thing that I'm trying to figure out. How do you supersede something that you already had there? All she asked was give me your documents of everything that you wrote, the notes on the
Mhm.
questionnaires. That's all she's asking for.
Well, I don't know. And Joycelyn, how you doing, girl?
I'm great. Busy as a bee. I'm still
No,
at work for another hour,
right,
but I got a moment to breathe, so I
right,
hopped on.
right. So and I don't, I don't think that we can take. I don't think supplant and supersede can be used interchangeably.
I
Um,
don't think so
Yes,
either.
it can.
Supplant.
Hey y'all, I just looked up the definition.
right. I
I
mean,
just
and
put
And
the
it,
no,
and it
definition
said
up here.
it said to supersede.
yeah. Well, that they can't do. I mean, if she's asking for the original,
There's no
uh,
such thing as superseding if you have the original paperwork.
Exactly.
right.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. How are they superseding it? What did you supply first? Where did you get that one from? Come on now.
Yeah, they can't. Um,
See, they think they can supersede like they superseded those indictments. That's a different story. You know what I'm saying? That's a different story. When you got the paperwork, you either have the original or you don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't make up and
You can't
it
make up
has
something. Yeah. Uh-uh.
yeah.
Don't work like that. They losing bad. They losing.
yeah, y'all see, I'm hitting on my Google search engine right now. Um, Another discovery could supplant the original finding, huh? So that's what I'm
Right,
trying.
right. We get that part, but what about
Well,
how
with
you taking those
questionnaire.
questionnaires? Those was the
Questionnaire.
questionnaires. Yeah. Mm-mm.
Right. So,
How do you
well, I mean, I was just reading what I'm showing as a definition for.
no, I'm saying how do they have one for a questionnaire? Can you do that for a questionnaire? I'm
Sylvia,
just I mean
crazy
I'm
girl.
Exactly, Sylvia.
You're
Exactly. No,
crazy
they
girl.
can't.
You crazy?
They losing. They grasping at
Yeah, they
whatever.
definitely grasping. I agree with that.
They grasping like a mug.
Yeah, I certainly agree with that. They definitely are not operating within. But if supplant, well, actually, it's saying that supersede and replace. So yeah.
How
I
do
told
you
you.
replace something that's supposed to have been given to her as the original? What, you try to fake and give her the thing that wasn't original?
Now
And she
here,
fought
now
from behind?
it also says to take the place of or substitute for.
But maybe you say it's
She
not a
might
mistake.
deny it though, y'all. She might say,
Yeah, computers have
That's
largely
probably what she
supplanted.
probably did. She probably said, where's the original?
Yeah, so
Where's
maybe
the
it's a
stuff that's original?
copy. Maybe it's copies of the. Wait, let me do something else here too.
If you replacing it, that means that the judge must have said something to you about what you gave for you to come back and say, replace what you already have given already.
Hmm.
and how
Oh,
did you
since they already
correct it?
submitted.
Yeah, how do you
What
correct
needed
it?
to be corrected on it? I mean, I'm confused. Cause you also said it was correcting, right?
Yes, that's what it says right here. It says correcting. Hold on. You see right
Okay,
there?
hold on.
It says right here, correcting and supplanting.
Correcting. What are you correcting? What are you correcting? Mm-mm.
Mm. Yeah, because even the law dictionary is supporting that. Supplant to trip up one's heels. Hmm. To throw down. Supplant. Overthrow. Defeat. Depossess. Dispossess.
Sound like more like plant, like they trying to plant something.
Right.
That's what it sound like.
Or use something in exchange. So, other than the fact, if unless they come back and say, "Well, the originals, we were on our desk celebrating and we spilled coffee, and so
Mm-mm.
instead we're just sending you a
I ain't
JPEG."
buying it.
I ain't buying
Judge,
none of
don't
it.
buy it.
No, hell no. I ain't buying none of it. I'm just saying that this is maybe that's why they're sending something other than the actual original.
MJ said we will know very, very shortly.
Mm, this is ridiculous. They want to keep him in on lockdown so bad. It just don't make any sense. They got to do all this just to keep this man in jail on some lame. Oh my God. Who? It's too much. Displace, replace, replace, back up. Mm,
Yeah, it ain't gonna work.
it's just out of control. And this judge, I mean, to me, this judge should have just said, "Look, the circus is over. The circus is over. Y'all can't submit stuff on time. You can't even get evidence. You're making up statutes. You're doing all this. You're doing all that. This man, just let the man go. Let him go. This is definitely not a solid case."
When you got to do all that, you apparently you don't have a case.
You ain't got a case. Exactly. Mm. Oh, we need some details. And of course, she would. Well, I
And
guess.
it's sealed. You can't see the detail because it's sealed.
But you know what? When Jennifer Bojing, she might respond to that. She ain't gonna seal it. Remember, they put under seal whatever and then she came out and put what she said, where you kind of know what they submitted. You see what I'm saying? You know, you got a gist of what they were saying because they put it under seal. Why did they put it under seal? I'm talking about what she responded to last night. What they
Yes.
had put was under seal, but what she responded to
Well,
was
no,
not.
that wasn't under seal. That they never showed it. They never put it into the record here. They never put it in.
So what she was responding to, the
Report.
pre-sentence
The report.
report.
The
Where
report.
was that? Where was that?
The report is not part of it until sentencing. You'll see the report then. And it's
Okay.
put inside of the
Because I was trying
um,
to figure out why she's responding to something that I didn't see what she's responding to.
Right.
Okay.
no, the judge made a order that hold on, let me show y'all. When she received it, that was one of the reasons the judge said that she was giving them
And where did y'all
her
see her responding?
extension.
Because on her Twitter, the last thing she did was on the 14th. or the 15th.
No, right here on
Oh, okay.
the 5th of April, the judge did the denying, and then she says the reason why she was giving her that extension is because they had received the pre-sentencing right here, the pre-sentencing order, and
Right.
then she told them to have it in by the 19th. The objection, any objection that they had.
Mm-hmm.
And so Bonjean, she was traveling on the 19th, so she asked for extension, and the
Mm-hmm.
judge gave her the approval for the extension, and that's why she filed it yesterday.
Mm.
So she was objecting to the pre-trial service
Pre-sentence.
report,
Mm-hmm.
pre-sentence report. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
But that's not shown yet. That doesn't get shown until they get ready to finalize everything for the sentencing.
This is just so nerve wracking. It's so nerve wracking. Oh man.
And how do they get to correct something that they had a specified time to turn that in, and you turned it in? So whatever you turned in, you turned in. How do they get to do that? This is after. Why is that even accepted?
I bet you it's probably more of a technical. Maybe it's more of a technical issue where it wasn't the originals, it was copies, and the judge said, "No, I want the originals," or something of that nature. Maybe that's what it was. Because there's no way. I mean, the judge will have a field day if they turn around and put in and submitted things that weren't what she asked for. Because she asked for the jurors who filled out the questionnaires that were struck or seated on the jury. That went as far as the what is it? The I want to call it the interrogation, but the questioning portion of the questionnaire. So I don't know.
The jury selection.
Yeah, in that process, because you know that like you had a pool of them, and then you're like, no, not them, not them, and then the ones that ended up getting to the point where they either got struck from, from voir dire, um, that group. That's who she asked for those questionnaires for. So, hmm, I don't know. Hopefully, it was just a technical error, or maybe it had. I don't know. Maybe it had. I don't know. That's just crazy. But even Getty's, they're not even trying to be transparent. They don't care if the public views them as doing shoddy work. They do not care. I don't see how they are. Mm, mm, mm. I don't get it. Trying to read some of these comments while Sylvie's on the phone. Um, Carolyn Sue said, if you don't submit the original, throw it out. Ain't that it? Bria said they don't want to look stupid. Yeah, they don't care for him. They just want this black man on lockdown. That's it. Period. Point blank. See, MJ said too many conflicts of interest, and the judge is going to have to declare mistrial at sentencing and redo because the government messed up.
Look what he said. You're going to find out the jury selection was tainted and flawed.
Who said
That's
that?
why they're on the edge. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so one bad jury member throws the whole case out. I know that's right. Throw them all out. It's ridiculous. And again, with this judge, you know, she's not even being
No, but
proactive.
Let me tell you, she's gonna be shaking in her boots because they're investigating Clarence Thomas right now, right? And
Mm-hmm.
all I've got a call earlier today, and they're saying all these judges are going back and checking all the cases that they have done.
How close is she with anything that Thomas did?
I don't know. I don't know, but they're going to be checking all these cases. If something was not done right, I got a call today, Mel. I got a call
I
today.
feel you. Yeah, they got to have some kind of a parameter set on that. Because how long has Donnelly been sitting on the bench?
Since 2016, I think.
Mm-hmm. Love from Ethers. This step is not part of the unraveling of the case against him. Oh, this step is part of the unraveling of the case against him. However, Bongine is privy to this information. Yeah, that's a good thing. It's definitely not a secret from her. So she knows what time it is. Lady Coltrane said, hopefully a technical error, but they cannot be trusted. No, they can't be. The Getty's and them and that judge. No. But like I said,
Y'all think it's a technical error, y'all. Come on.
I mean,
Come on. The way
it's
these people we've been dealing with these people, you think it's a technical error?
I mean,
Nah. I think they try to be slick.
well, they might try to be. I mean, it could very well be that. I'm just saying that, you know,
I think
they might have tried to
look,
submit something and say, oh well, the paper was ripped or something silly like that. You know what I mean?
tape
That might
it
have been,
then. Tape
huh?
it. Tape the paper
Yeah,
then.
but that might have been what they tried to do, and now because this is a
Mhm.
resubmission of what they already sent, right?
Says correction.
Mm-hmm.
There ain't no paper ripping. You could just tape it if it's a piece of paper rip.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, they're not a. I mean, they're the equivalent of Olga. Okay, to me, they're the equivalent of Olga and them. And so they probably sent in the wrong damn questionnaires. Who knows? Because nobody's held them accountable. They're being held accountable now because what they're doing is under scrutiny, and Bongine ain't letting them slide with nothing.
Nope.
She's not letting them slide. So they're in the habit of doing shoddy, in my opinion, allegedly, doing the shoddy half-stepping work.
MJ said even the
Right.
technical areas will have to give him a
A
new
new
trial.
trial. Ain't that it? Or either that or they're trying to find them, say, could you finish filling out the questionnaire for us, please?
And probably didn't fill it out.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Something. Something. Oh, Love and Life says somebody needs to go back to law school. Where is Judge Ray when you need him?
Judge Ray would be on the
Come
case.
on, girl, please. Come on. Absolutely. Absolutely. Unless they found other pieces of information that they failed to include originally. That's what Lady Coltrane said, right? It probably was it was probably haphazardly packaged. I'll use that so I don't have to say no cuss words on Sylvie's channel. Because no, you ain't trying to do that. I know the spirit of your inspirations and stuff this morning is still hanging on this channel. So I ain't trying to come through here and bust up nothing. But yeah, they just doing haphazard work. T girl said, what could they be correcting? They may not have included all of them.
Yeah, we're doing too much speculation.
Well, we ain't got no other choice because they sealed it. They sealed it all. They sealed everything. Come on, Neil.
Hey, let's just say they're being exposed.
They really are. They really are. I mean, even if what they did wasn't nefarious, it's certainly unprofessional. How did you not send in the right stuff coming out the gate?
But can I ask you a question? Why you wait 2 days after?
Because they ain't even checking their work. They ain't even checking their work. Hey, listen, make sure that we got it all because we standing 10 toes down. So make sure, but everything they do is always subject to what? You know what I'm
Look what
saying?
Lovely Life said. This is not a game. This is somebody's life you're playing with.
Somebody's life
Absolutely.
who is
Absolutely.
currently on lockdown.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. This is somebody's life.
Mm,
So the prosecutor sent a copy of jury question. Ruby, the judge wanted the original.
yeah.
Mm.
So I just pray that that's how, I just pray that it's a mistake like that.
I want to see what it is.
Me too. Me too.
I
Certainly.
want to see what it is, y'all. I want to see. I'm telling you, I'm nosy. I want to see what it is.
Hmm. But hopefully, maybe it was just something like I said. They forgot something. Maybe they added
Mel,
too much.
Mel,
Yeah.
no, 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 no. I want them to be caught for the dirtiness
Oh
that they
yeah.
do.
I mean, yeah. I'm not definitely that.
I want them to be caught with their hand in the cookie jar. That's what I want.
Well, whatever they sent in, the bottom line is whatever they sent in, it's
It had to be corrected.
no, well, it had to be corrected, but it just goes to show that if they can get away with it, they're going to try to. Because even if you didn't send in all of them, why didn't you check your work to make sure you had all of them? And if you spilled coffee on them, for example, I'm just, why would you send in some illegal document for a proceeding, something this big with coffee stains on it?
Yeah, it ain't just coffee
No,
stains.
no, no. I'm just
It's
saying.
somebody doing some dirty
But
shenanigan. That's
yeah,
what I say.
so like, what? Yeah, I agree. Whatever they did, it wasn't because they were hoping that it wasn't in the interest of justice. That's my position. They didn't do it because they're like, oh yeah, we want to make sure that his trial is fair and that our hands are clean. They're not moved like that. That's not their motivation. And every time they do stuff like this, it just further amplifies it. So no, they. I mean, in my position is they're not acting right. They're not moving right.
Nope.
And it's just hurtful to see that people will go this far to just manipulate a situation. You got to do all this crafting and manipulation just to keep a man in jail. And then the judge, because she should have shut this down already. It should have already been shut down.
Yeah. I agree, Melly Mel.
It's getting me upset. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm about to get up off of here because I'm upset.
Because then you're gonna be cussing in a minute.
I am. And it's and I don't. Here's what I don't. It's got to be nothing but God for Kelly to be in prison and maintaining any level of peace or any level of sanity. Because it's not the thing now. I didn't do these things. It's the thing of all of the lies that were told and the misstatements that were made. And what he knows is certainly motivation, not for justice, but motivation out of spite and greed. And how you can be on lockdown for all this time and still have your mind can't be nothing but God.
Amen. Amen.
Because this is just too much. This is just way too much. Y'all done just disparage this man. And then when
All I keep saying is, but God,
but
and
God,
He may have that same. That's the kind of faith you got to have. You got to have faith that is not looking at the scene.
right.
Because the things that you see are temporary.
Hmm.
It's what you don't see
Right.
that are eternal. So
Hmm.
our faith and trust is in God
Right.
that He is not going to allow this travesty of justice
Hmm.
against R. Kelly. We're not.
Absolutely.
No.
Absolutely.
But all things we go through work together for our good, and
Hmm.
somehow some good is going to come out of this.
Yeah.
We may not can see it right now, may not understand it right now,
Mhm.
but I do know I believe that R.
Oh,
Kelly
yes.
loved the Lord. I've heard
Hmm.
him testify and talk about God. So
Right.
I know that this is going to be for his good and all of our good.
Right.
Even going through this, the praying, the interceding for
Hmm.
him,
Hmm.
it's all going to work for our good in
Hmm.
the end.
And
And on
let,
that note, I'm going to say bye, y'all. Love y'all. I
yeah,
miss
see you
y'all
later.
too.
See you later,
Love you
Joy.
too.
Right. Bye bye.
All right. And the other thing too is like, to me, this just shows that everybody's test is not for everybody. That's another reason why you can't judge nobody, because what
Mhm.
one can go through, and like Joy was just saying, everybody's not built for the same test, for the same fire, the same trials and tribulations.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't built for it. So, and with Kelly having his mind and having his peace, um, I'm just at least grateful for that, because this is one of them things where oh Lord,
Whew.
a tough one. This is a tough one, boy. And every time it looked like it's about to get bright, here comes something else. What is this? This Getty's, man. I'm telling you, just horrible work.
Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. To God be the glory.
Hmm.
Mel, Mel, do you happen to have the because I wanted because some people missed out yesterday,
Hmm.
and I wanted to read the part where they were doing the background,
You mean where they talked about
the jail, the criminal background of
yeah,
Robert.
yeah,
Can you read that part for me,
sure.
please?
Are you talking about the
We have
right?
163. We have 163 in the chat, guys. I think a couple of people missed out on what was said yesterday, so we want to refresh in some of the things that was really outrageous.
Hold on, Sylvie. I'm looking for it
Hmm.
right now. Straight up out of control. Don't make no sense. Whew. Here we go. Girl, I was on the phone trying to cuss out oops, Amazon. Shoot. Then you popped on. I'm like, wait a minute.
What did Amazon do?
Girl, how they gonna deliver a package, an empty package? I'm like, it was the driver's name Getty's? How you put it? Okay, come on now. You would think somebody would say, "Damn, I know ain't nobody ordered no overnight delivery for an empty package. Let me check my truck and make sure." You know what I'm saying? Either that or they stole my stuff. My goodness.
All right.
And just I'm pulling it up, Sylvia. I'm scrolling down, trying to find it now. Criminals, yeah. All right. Let me see here.
I think it's like
I got it here. Part B, the defendant's criminal history.
yes, that
It
part.
says here, defendant objects to probation's reliance on this alleged 1996 arrest for a misdemeanor battery based on internet tabloid reports. No official records exist of
Whoa!
Mhm.
No official record exists.
No official, and this is coming from his attorney, his well-known attorney, Jennifer Bongine. Now, this is enough. Oh, let me just stop.
Okay,
No
now,
official.
guys, we're going to explain something to you. The pre-sentencing report is a report that is gathered by the, I would say the prosecutor, but it's not really. It's in a part of the
Part
court
of the
system.
mitigation, folks,
Yeah,
that they're trying
mitigation.
to. Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not the mitigation focus. Mitigation is an outside group. That's not the mitigation report. This is the pre-sentence. This is done by the probation department.
Right, but isn't ultimately this stuff being done because they're about to sentence him, and then like they're compiling all of this, and then this is what?
Yeah, but that's not the one that they were talking about, the mitigation net specialist. No, this is not that one. That one is what the his attorney is, because they said he was a good candidate for that
For
mitigation.
probation.
The
Okay. Oh, I
mitigation.
see. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
but the probation report is totally different. This is what the probation department gathered up based on his history. They give the point values to how much time he's supposed to get
Ooh.
based on his background, what the
Mhm.
level of the severity of the case and
Charges and
the
stuff.
amount
Mhm.
of uh,
Time.
uh, people that's involved in it and things like that. They
Yeah.
just do a guidelines.
And so
So
whatever they come up with, so they're compiling all this information, but ultimately it's the purpose of it is so that when they get
for
ready to
sentencing,
sentence him, they'll be able to say, okay, you're going to get X this and something
yeah.
probation.
They'll give recommendation to the judge how much
Mm.
time he should get based on the history and all those
Mm.
different areas for him. And once they do that, the judge make a decision whether to agree with them or go lower or go higher. It depends
When
on the
is,
background.
okay, I'm sorry. See, help me out, Lord. Help me, Jesus. Help me. Because it seems to me like Donnelly is waiting to get all this stuff together so she can just say, all right, denied and boom. And then the very next day, this this action's going to be going on.
Say that again.
It seems to me like, because when is she supposed to rule on
She can't
Boston's?
rule until she gets all the stuff that she investigating on. So that the part of the jurors, 'cause remember, Jennifer made some
Mm,
great point of
mhm.
why he should get that part. Then you also have the conflict with the attorneys
Okay.
part.
All
You have
right.
a whole bunch of different things.
So let me get in here, Sylvie. Then could this be why Geddes and them are playing like Barney Fife up in this piece? So that while they're playing around, more work and stuff is still going on towards getting him closer to the sentencing thing.
But that's totally different. It has nothing to do with the sentencing. It's two separate
Right. I'm just
elements.
saying, like, because this creates a delay. Because if she sent,
No, not really. Because
well, no,
when
no,
she
no,
ruled,
no. What I'm asking is, if Geddes would have sent in the correct information and didn't have to resend something that supplanted what was originally requested, technically the judge could possibly have ruled on Bonjean's motion about a
who
new
said the
trial
judge
or
was
acquittal.
going to rule right now? She never made a time frame of when she was going to rule. So she could have ruled anytime. She didn't say, "Oh, I'm going to rule by
So,
X amount of time."
so you don't think that the reason why she asked for the questionnaires of the previous jurors was so that she could take a look at it from the perspective that Bonjean's argument?
Yes, definitely. She has to take a
Right.
look at it. Yes.
Right. So if Geddes and them would have submitted the right stuff the first time out and not been waiting until the last minute, the judge could have effectively have made her ruling on Bonjean's motion,
Not necessarily, because you still have the other part, the other component to this.
which is
The part with the she talked about the Jane Doe's and the bad acts and all those things she has to go take in consideration. I remember that it was like a 65 page items.
right. But that's what I'm getting
So
at, because it seemed like, I mean, because I'm not trying to disagree with you or anything of that nature. I guess and maybe my question doesn't make sense, but because Bonjean put that motion in months ago, which means if the judge looked at all those things and the only thing left was what Geddes and them recently submitted and now have resubmitted under seal, if they had done that right the first time when it first came in, because remember when we did when the first thing came and it was under seal and then come to find out it was the juror stuff.
yeah, but the judge asked for it on the 19th. I mean the 20th. That was just yesterday. It's not a big. It's not like
As for
like
the
30 days later. She asked them for them to submit it yesterday. They submitted it a day earlier.
You mean to resubmit it, or she gave them until the 19th to have it
She
submitted?
gave them the 19th to
Okay, I
submit it.
see. Hmm.
Yeah. The deadline was the 20th was the deadline, but they did it on the 19th day before.
Hmm.
And now it's a day late.
Hmm. Well, no official record exists of defendant's arrest or the disposition of the alleged arrest. The mere presence of the arrest on a criminal history report and internet tabloid reports does not offer sufficient reliability that the offense occurred and that defendant was convicted and or sentenced to a year of probation after allegedly pleading no contest to simple battery. So again, this is ridiculous. It's just a whole smear campaign that they ran on R. Kelly. And they did a good job. They did a really good job of running this smear campaign on him. And I can say that because, like Sylvia, like when this thing first came out, I said, "Oh, here you go, he's guilty." Not even considering the fact that a government agency
Lies.
would do this to the. I mean,
Lies.
what? So they did a good job of influencing a whole bunch of other people about it as well.
And that's it. And then the other thing too, now we're providing the real information and people still want to walk blindly. They still don't want to know the truth. They still rather believe the lie.
Well, what they're mad at is the fact that the man was doing his thing, the way he do his things, and even these girls are mad. And I think Bongine even mentioned that when she said,
women.
Yeah. Bongine said, you cannot think about it years later and be like, oh, I'm going to file charges because I don't like the way this relationship turned out. You can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
And Jane Doe number 5 will pull out that, like when she got into it with Jocelyn at the Trump Tower, and she was like, you had sex with a minor. She pulls that out like it's a damn magic wand. She weaponizes the fact that she participated in it too. You had sex with a minor, and that minor was me. You did it. You got 2 charges now. Now you got 2 charges. Ooh-wee. You don't sound like somebody that was hurt. You sound like somebody that's pulling that out to be vindictive.
Hold on, Mel. Gotta answer the hubby. Hold on.
All right. Carolyn Sue said, exactly, Monica. What did he do to them that was so horrible? Food, clothing, and shelter. I think some of these people, like when Kels went on that interview, and I think it was with I can't remember what news what entertainment site that was, but the woman kept asking him, so wait a minute, so you're having sex? You mean so wait? And Kels was like, look, quit asking me about that. I mean, this is the interview where Kels just left the interview because she kept trying to structure the interview more about his sex life. Are you, and why? And Kels was like, ask me about the album I'm releasing. That's what you called me up here for. So ask me about that. They're mad because R. Kelly was apparently, evidently, allegedly enjoying one hell of a sex life. And either they're mad because they ain't getting it like that, or their man ain't putting it down like that, or something. And I'm sure it's not, you can't reduce it all the way to that, but I believe that that's part of their motivation. I would never. Shut up. Yes, you would. You just haven't.
Okay, Mel, I have something for you to read to the people, something extremely important of what's going on right now.
All right.
All right. You know you're the best, right?
Oh, okay. If you say
Hold
so,
on a second,
Sylvia.
Mel. I need you to read this to the people. Hold on.
Right on.
All right, hold on, Mel.
Kimberly, like I said, this is his personal business.
phone.
Absolutely, Kim. Absolutely his personal business. Knowing good and well all of them was grooving to his music.
Mel,
Yeah.
I just sent you something just now.
I'm in it right now. I'm checking right now.
We got 171 people. Can we get some like up in here? We got something to share with you guys. You got it?
Not yet. Hold on. I'm hitting refresh. Yeah, hit the like button, y'all, and if you don't mind subscribing to my channel, I'd appreciate that too.
Yes, please subscribe to Mill.
Sylvia, I didn't get this yet. I'm hitting refresh.
Come on, get there,
Right.
get there. There's something I
See,
just sent you. Hit the refresh
right.
button.
I'm doing it. Resend it, Sylvia. Did it go out?
Oh my gosh,
Check your
Mel.
outbox. Make sure it ain't stuck in there. I'm right. Oh,
Hit
there you go.
reset. Hit,
I
you
got it.
got it? Okay,
I
open
got
it
it.
up. Open it up. Just read that article.
Mm. Ooh. Ooh.
Read that.
All right.
Don't even
130.
need to go
Huh?
ahead, go ahead. Go ahead.
131 federal judges failed to recuse themselves from cases in which they had financial interests. Mhm. 131 federal judges oversaw court cases involving companies in which they or their family members owned stock, according to a new investigation. This article is dated last year.
Yeah.
These judges
But this
violated.
is what's happening right now.
Absolutely.
Right now in the court system.
Right.
They
Those,
started investigation last year, but
perfect.
go ahead.
Perfect. Those judges violated U.S. law and judicial ethics as they failed to recuse themselves from a total of 685 court cases in which they may have had a conflict of interest. This investigation was determined by the Wall Street Journal. They found that in those cases, about 2/3 of the rulings were in favor of the financial interests of the judge. The cases took place between 2010 and 2020, and of 2/3 of federal district judges who disclosed individual stock holdings, about 20% of them heard at least one case that involved their stock, according to the journal. After the journal notified the judges of its findings, 50%, or as you were, 56 of them began to alert parties involved in 329 of the lawsuits of their conflict of interest. The judges gave the journal various explanations for failing to recuse themselves, including issues with conflict screening search software and their insignificant roles in cases that did not require legal exemptions. While nothing prohibits judges from holding individual stocks, the Code of Conduct for federal judges requires that they recuse themselves given any financial interest in a case or ownership of a legal or equitable interest, however small. The Wall Street Journal's report on instances where conflicts inadvertently were not identified before a case was resolved or transferred is troubling, and the administrative office is carefully reviewing the matter. This is what the administrative office of the U.S. courts told the journal. This is troubling, and we're carefully reviewing the matter. The Hill has reached out to the administrative office of the U.S. courts for comment, and at this time, apparently there are none. No comment.
That's what's happening right now in the courts. That's what's happening right now. A lot of judges are being investigated.
Whew. Oh my goodness. This is, oh God. Well, that's just the problem in our society right now. That's just our problem. Is these people are able to get away with so much stuff and nobody's holding them accountable, and they're not. People are not even holding themselves accountable. Because Judge Ann Donnelly should have just. I mean, she did not. She didn't even require a good trial.
It says here the Wall Street opened this can of worm for internal investigation started, but it's not just financial conflict. It expands to conflicts because of prior connection to related cases
Mm-hmm.
before judges based on their prior jobs and position.
Mm.
And also judges will be scrutinized more closely at the appellate level. So if their cases go to
Mm-hmm.
appeal, the
Yeah.
appellate court, it'll go through the case with a finer tooth
Mm-hmm.
comb. So that means Judge Donnelly, if she did it because she was a prosecutor, or if she did it, she got some sort of interest in this case.
Which is interesting too, because I wonder, I wonder how reasonable it is that she would have, what kind of interest would she have in it other than, personal interest or something like that.
Well, she used to be a
Something wrong.
prosecutor and she was helping them in the case. If she
Yeah.
was helping them, if she is found that she was giving them help, being one-sided,
Hmm.
she's in trouble.
Yeah.
And that's what she was doing throughout the court, making decisions, changing, reversing stuff that she had said she wouldn't do, and then turn around and did it. That's still, she's going to be scrutinized. I promise you. This case is definitely going to open up a can of worm for her.
Hmm. And that'll be all right with me. Expose them all. Ain't that what your title says?
Expose them
Expose
all, those
all of them.
dirty bastards.
Expose all of them. Oh. But expose all of them because this is out of control. And the part I resent the most, to be honest with you, is the fact that people seem to have the attitude that, well, he shouldn't have been, Kel shouldn't have been, but it's bigger than that.
It's
That's
not
the
even,
point.
see, the thing that the argument has nothing to do with this case. The argument has, there was no underage girls in the photo. There was no picture. Even Jennifer mentioned there was no pictures of Azriel having sex with anybody. There was no video of that. None.
Yeah.
It said it.
Yeah.
Ma'am, if you could go take that part where Jane Doe number 5, read that part,
Sure enough.
please. There's no video.
Mhm.
There's no video of her having sex. She was the one supposedly underage. No video of it. There's
Right.
no video of Geronda. She claimed there was a video. There's no video, y'all. None. None. All those daggone rumors that you guys have been hearing were not true. It's just people that hate on this man made up stuff and they kept running with it. None.
Yeah.
You in the bushes, Dennis? Dennis is in the bushes.
Let me see here. I'm still scrolling down now, Sylvie. Yeah, they're they want to. It's like I said, that's the problem. Is the fact that they just they wanted, yeah, he had sex with him, so lock him up, but even if y'all don't require that the trial be fair.
Fair.
Y'all don't want to
I
even
mean,
consider the fact that y'all don't and y'all don't even want to consider the fact that Sylvia, you're gonna make me get off of here and do a video.
do the
Okay,
video.
I was trying to get my paper done and then I was gonna do my video, but you're gonna make me do the video and then go back to the paper. I'm scrolling down here now to find this here.
Yeah, there was nobody,
Here it
no
goes.
chain down there of any room. There was no black room. There was no
Come on.
handcuff. There was no blood on the wall.
Well,
There was
and
no.
the inflammatory way that they try to take the fact that, Kels was like, look, you can't just be roaming through my crib.
It's rules. I have rules in my
You can't just
freaking house.
roam through my crib. You're here as a guest. And look, it probably wasn't even that simple. It was probably just like, look, you over here for one reason. And
you knock on the door when I have a business. I have a person that's here that we're doing some sort of project together. You need to knock, period.
My thing is let's just quit acting like, we living in the times of Leave It to Beaver. Okay, y'all know what y'all came over there for. And you know what you came over there for because this ain't your first time over there.
Hello.
Okay, so let's stop there. You know what you came to do. But now all of a sudden, and he told me I couldn't roam through his crib. Well, maybe you roamed through his crib. Maybe you're the reason why he came up with that rule. Because he tried to let you.
How many people stole Rolex watches?
Come
I wouldn't
on.
let you roam through my house
They ain't
either.
gonna let you. I'm not a celebrity and you can't roam through my crib. You can't even come over. You want what you doing here?
You stay downstairs. Don't go upstairs in my house.
Just stay out there. Stay in your car. I'll be out there. Hold on. You all right? All right. Defendant objects to Furthermore,
Jane Doe. Jane Doe 5.
yeah, I'm trying to find you one the thing about the camera.
Yeah, the camera.
Yeah, okay.
Video.
There we go. It says your defendant objects to an enhancement for the use of computer or cell phone to induce the travel of a minor to engage in prohibited sexual conduct. There is no evidence that defendant induced or persuaded Jane to travel to California, and there is no evidence that there was a computer or cell phone used to induce the travel. Jane was living with the defendant in Illinois, where the age of consent was 17. Jane was 17 years of age. Jane traveled with defendant because they were in a relationship, not because defendant had to induce her to travel to engage in prohibited sex activities. It says here that
we're looking for the video part. There's a video part in there.
I'm scrolling down, baby. Scrolling down.
Where they talk about the sex acts in the video, that Jane was not part of it.
Yeah. Defendant objects to the 2-point enhancement where the commission of a sexual act is duplicative to the underlying Defendant objects to the 4-point enhancement on the basis that the offense involved material that portrays sadistic or masochistic conduct or other depictions of violence. The government did not offer any videos into evidence that portrayed Jane's sex acts with the defendant in California.
Read it again. Hold on. Start back again. What? Say it again, because I want the people in the back to hear
people
this.
In the back, and I ain't in the back
people
no
in
more.
The back.
Mm-hmm. The government.
People in the back.
Mm-hmm. They're not slow, Sylvie. They just got.
They are slow because they're acting dumb.
The government did not offer any videos into evidence that portrayed Jane's sex acts with the defendant in California. There is no evidence whatsoever that the videos allegedly created in California during the relevant time period involved sadistic or masochistic conduct or any depictions of violence, including alleged chastisements.
Remember, she kept saying he's hit her this many times. And
he spanked me and da-da-da. There is no evidence that defendant induced or persuaded Jane to travel to California, and there is no evidence that there was a computer or cell phone used to induce the travel or to create sexually exploitive videos, period. Jane was living with the defendant in Illinois, where the age of consent was 17 and Jane was 17 years of age. She traveled with defendant because defendant was performing in California. Any sex acts or recording of sex acts were incident to the travel.
Okay. Thank you. He was there. This man was there right here. He was there. He said facts. He was there, y'all. He was at court. Mr. Dennis Byron was there at court. He knows what happened. He was the one that was he was the only one that was really reporting the truth, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But he was a lone stranger in the reporter's world.
It says here too.
Lone Ranger.
It says here too, the government did not offer any videos in the evidence that portrayed Jane's sex acts with third parties.
Say it again. Put
for
that
the people in the back.
For the people in the back. Go
for
ahead.
The people in the back that just got here, Sylvie. They just got here.
Yeah, just say it again.
Defendant further objects to enhancement on the basis that the offense involved material that portrays sadistic or masochistic conduct on or other depictions of violence. The government did not offer any videos into evidence that portrayed Jane's sex acts with third parties that show any chastisements or beatings or spankings. Jane's testimony regarding her alleged sexual acts with third parties, the basis for the forced labor count, did not include acts of violence. There is no evidence that he induced or persuaded Jane to travel anywhere to participate in these group acts.
But these people are going to keep telling you that. They're going to keep telling you, oh, he was found guilty. No, he was found guilty because they had some crooked jurors. And that's why the judge asked for those juror notes and things like that. And now all of a sudden they're creating another one. Hold on. Let me show you guys. Hold on.
How are you trying to get a forced labor out of... You're trying to get forced...
I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
All those that's coming in late. This is what the government is doing. They submitted the original request from the judge on the 19th, which was a juror's questionnaire with attachment. There was 3 different attachment on there, right? So that was done on the 19th of April. All of a sudden, there's another one that's been submitted now. What? To what? Correct and supplanting. And what does the supplanting mean, Mel?
It means replace or shoot, I shut that window. Replace or
Hold on, I think I got my definitions up.
yeah.
Hold on,
Replace or
hold on. Let me get my definition because I have my definition up. Hold on.
it says replace or substitute.
Well, I have my definition is a little bit different from
Mhm.
yours, Mel. Hold on a second.
Well, I went to
Stop
the
sharing.
yeah, absolutely.
Hold on.
Absolutely.
My definition right here says it says to take the place of or substitute for another,
Mhm.
or to usurp the place of, especially through intrigue or underhanded tactics.
Mhm.
That's what my definition is. So
Yeah.
get the Black Law Dictionary. Okay, Black Law Dictionary. Let's go
Yeah,
look
that's what
at
I
the
was
Black
looking in
Law Dictionary.
the dictionary.
You have the Black Law?
No, I just looked. No, I didn't look up in Black Law. Dictionary.
Dennis, I don't have the Black Law Dictionary.
Hold on, I got something coming up here. Let me see. Abridgment supplants generally supplanted. Hold on.
Thank you, Tanya Coco. Appreciate you. We got 197 in the chat. Can we get some likes up, please? Please, pretty please. With sugar on top.
Yeah,
Pretty please.
Black Law need to have their own little website. Shoot.
They don't have a website,
Yeah, I
Dennis.
see.
Dennis. Hold on, somebody.
But under the law, so I'm on what am I on? Legal or law academic.com. And supplant means to, as they have it described or defined, it's a verb to abolish, act for, bring low, cause the downfall of, dispose, dethrone, discharge, dismiss, displace, eradicate, expel.
Okay, she says, can you go back to the docket and hit the hyperlink of 3? Well, when I hit the 3, it wouldn't. Let me see. Hold on. She said, go back to the document. Hit the light hyperlink of 3. Hold on.
Carolyn said they did. Purple couch in the house.
Purple couch.
Purple couch.
She said, hit 3. Okay, I'm going to hit it. I'm going to hit 3.
They did all this living under oath, lying under oath.
Purple couch just says under seal. It won't let me open it up. It won't let me open it up.
Carolyn Sue, you asking the $1 million question, love. Why weren't the parents?
It won't let me open it up.
Felicia, you said, I think that's just the name of the folks. You talking about you didn't know there was a Black Law book unless you're let's see here. Well, we're definitely gonna find out. We're gonna find out. That's all I know. Monica said most people already know they can't roam around people's house. That's why they will ask you. That's why they'll ask you to use your bathroom or ask for a glass of water. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that it?
Purple Couch, could you come up here, please? I'm gonna put the link in there so you can come on in. And anybody wants to come in and have a conversation about this, please hit the link and come on up here because we want to hear your opinion. We want to, your voice is heard over here. Let your voices be known, be heard. Oh, you still at work? Oh, okay, sorry.
Well, we just gonna find out.
Don't do that on this system. Yeah, don't do that on this system.
Oh, yeah.
Well, call me. Okay. Well, let me put you on the phone then. Let's talk. Okay, I'm calling you.
Okay.
Hey, Purple. I figured I'll call you and so you can talk to the people.
Yeah.
So, have you ever experienced anything like that?
Yeah. So what it appears is that they actually they submitted a response because it says a letter. So not only did they, it looks like with the attachments that they probably did submit the some of the jury questionnaires, but they submitted a letter in response, and it looks like they resubmitted another letter because they corrected something. I don't think they might have corrected any of the questionnaires. Well, I'm hoping they didn't, but it looks like if you would go back to the docket.
Yeah, I'm in there.
Okay. Wait a minute, I can't see it.
Oh, you want me to pull it up? Okay. You want to see it on my thing?
Yeah, because I can't pull it up over here.
Hold on, I'm gonna share it. Hold on.
Yeah, unless I'm asked to go in it.
Hold on, don't do that. We got you over here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We got you over here. Don't worry about that. We got you over here. All right, I'm gonna go down. Hold on. We got it. We got it over here. Hold on, I'm going all the way down. Do you want the original one, the time they filed it first, or do you just want?
Yeah, the first one
was on April
the 19th.
Yeah, April 19th. Hold on, I'm going down. Sorry, guys, if I'm making your eyes dizzy. Okay, April 19th was 290 right here. 290. It says letter filed under seal regarding juror questionnaire pursuant for the court's April 13, 2022 electronic order as to Robert Sylvester Kelly, and it has 3 attachments. One was a questionnaire for seated jurors and alternate jurors. Second one was questionnaire for potential jurors who were questioned but excused. 1 of 2.
Okay.
And then the other one is number 3.
My concern is that it looks like, you see where it says number 2 on the 421 submission?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is that that's probably under seal too, but
yeah, both of them. You want me to click it?
That number 2.
Okay, click it. Nope, under seal.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Because it looks like they might have did something with number 2 attachment.
And number 2 attachment, let's see what number 2 is supposed to be. Let's see. Hold on, I gotta go back up. Number 2 attachment says number 2 is a questionnaire for potential jurors who were questioned but excused. 1 of 2.
Okay. See, no, that would concern me. Because what if what has changed when everything is over, the trial is over? What has changed with number 2 when everything is over? So what could you have done additionally on the exhibit questionnaire for potential jurors that were questioned and excused?
Okay, Purple Couch. Now wait. Now say what now?
Okay, you see when they first submitted the letter and they said 1 of 2 and 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
They had three attachments.
Mhm.
Yes.
But then when they resubmitted the letter, then they pull out number 2. You
They
see
sure
where they highlight
did.
number
They
2?
sure did. Yes.
Okay,
They pulled it out.
So it's something about number 2.
Questions,
But
but
what can it be
excuse
about number
me.
2
Up
when the
to
trial is over?
questions for potential jurors who were.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Did you see it, Mel?
Mm-hmm. But you know what I just put in the chat, because something else that I found is that also looking up supplant to take the place of something. So what I just put in the chat was, could be that maybe because after the trials and you have all those documents, and Purple Couch, I think you had mentioned this before, where they have like a certain amount of time to get rid of all that
But
document.
they can't get rid of it if it's still
No,
open
I know.
case.
Yeah,
It's not-
No,
they can't.
I know. I'm not saying they did. I'm just
Oh, okay.
hypothesizing here for a minute.
Okay.
But maybe what they did was transfer that stuff to a DVD, because that's what like this definition here says, to take the place of something. And I did put it in the chat. Something or someone or something that is old or no longer used or accepted. DVDs have supplanted videos. So maybe that's just what they did. Maybe it's just something that technical. Where they just sent it to her on a drive instead of the actual hard copies, or they sent one was the original, two was the
No,
all of
but
it on
it's
the drive.
Mel. It does. It does show. Yeah, it is exhibit. It is number 2. You see, on number 2, it says exhibit questionnaire. It's not at the top.
Yeah, it's something they did regarding number 2.
Number 2, yeah.
So, but what I'm trying to understand, what could you do when the trial is over, the jurors are gone? Is nothing else you could add onto their questionnaire?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because it's all over, and you shouldn't be changing or correcting anything on that exhibit unless you're correcting your letter, your actual letter.
But it's an exhibit. It says number 2 exhibit questionnaire.
All right, they are highlighting number 2. It's something about number 2.
And number 2 is the one with the ones that was seated and was excused.
It was questioned and excused.
Yep, right there.
Yeah. So
hopefully Bonjean, in her response to even them making a correction or supplanting, maybe she will respond to that or question it.
Mm-hmm. I bet you they sent that stuff over there on a DVD, or they sent her an electronic link or something really silly like that. Anything to just hold up the law.
But Mel, they added this one in there. Why are they adding it in?
Well, even things under seal, it still goes through the system, through the CMECF system. So it's electronic submissions.
Oh, yeah. So it wouldn't be a DVD or a drive or anything of that nature. Mm.
So who is something regarding that?
Yeah, this is getting
they've corrected or switched out, but I don't understand why they would switch out any exhibit that was prior submitted,
mm-hmm.
especially in regards to questionnaires that, you know what I'm saying?
If
they was already
right. Well,
set in stone. Did you add some more? Did you write some more?
Yeah.
Whatever on it. What is the purpose?
Right. Or did you backdate it or something of that nature?
Switching out something in regards to number 2.
Right. Well, if it's something that nefarious, then that's going to be a hell of a problem.
Yeah, so we'll see what the judge says, or well, her response may be under seal, but maybe Bonjean will question something because she knows what it is. I mean, she'll get to see it.
Well, that's the safest place for it to be. That Bonjean is hip to the square, so at least we have that. So, but yeah, it's again, it's just still Geddes and them doing shoddy work. Period.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Yeah, and questionable. Like what?
Yeah.
Especially she just said, "Hey, just send in the original stuff. What's so hard about it?" So, some type of way.
What are you correcting? What are you correcting?
You know, and it could, and again, maybe they, you know, instead of it being, maybe they sent the wrong, they attached a different case to it. Like, oops, you know, hoping the judge would just, you know, use that instead. You know what I'm saying?
Then that would be even more crazy.
It would be, you know, but and maybe the judge came back and was like, "Nah, y'all, I can't play with y'all no more because this thing about to go to appeal."
Right.
Because we got Bongine on the case, so I can't let y'all slide with the okey doke y'all been doing, making up laws. Because even that Illinois statute, and again, if Kel's attorneys, which again, Bongine is doing the best thing by arguing that Kel's received ineffective counsel. If Kel's initial attorneys didn't get in there and say, "Wait a minute, this is not even a law," and maybe they did argue it, I don't know, but I don't think they did. I don't think they did. And if they did and the judge still allowed that, you know, RICO doesn't let you do that. RICO doesn't let you just make up some laws just so you can have a fully rich case. Come on.
Exactly.
Come on. So the judge, it's clear.
Not let that happen.
Right. So it's just a good thing that Bongi's on the case because she's calling Kel's former attorneys or former legal team out, and the judge is essentially being called out because all these things being allowed.
I'm very, very bewildered.
Absolutely.
I'm bewildered.
Carolyn Sue said the judge is running scared. Well, she's definitely running for accuracy at this point because she previously, in my opinion, she didn't care. She wasn't caring about none of that.
Right. Yeah, this whole thing, I'm just glad that now, like you said, he has Bongine.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of things just won't, thrown in,
right.
without being
fly
out or challenged.
Right. Yeah, they're not going to fly without scrutiny.
Right.
And you would think that Getty's
going to question it.
Come on. And you would think that Getty's would already be on top of that. Well, wait a minute. We're not, Bongine ain't playing. So let's clean up our game. Let's step up our game. Let's bring our A game. But they ain't got no A. This is their A game. That's the problem.
Yeah, which is interesting.
And as long as you got a judge that's not, that's telling you, okay, great job. Knowing good and well, that's a horrible job.
Right. Which is a whole nother situation.
Come on. Absolutely. But since you're sitting there in the just go on and access the documents for us, Purple Couch. We want to know.
What you say?
Go on and click on all the links. You got access. Go on and click. Tell us. I'm teasing.
Click what?
No, I was teasing you. I was just saying, click the links. I was just making a silly joke.
Oh.
So Monica said, but you got to look at it like this. The judge might not want to put her career that she worked so hard to get effed up because of the government. Absolutely, Monica.
I hope she's really contemplating everything and laying it all out and considering it and, tossing and turning and rolling around. And,
yeah. And what I wonder is she looking at all this misadventure, for lack of a better term, and trying to figure out, how can I get out of this and still look good? How can I get out of this and not look like I allowed, a shitty case to be presented in my courtroom under my purview?
Yeah.
So now we got her ego in the way. Is that, what I'm saying?
Right. Because, sometimes that comes into play and they still, forge forward knowing that, they are going down the wrong path and they need to do a U-turn.
Right. How can I do this without my peers realizing that I let BS slide in my trials? How can I do that? Because I'm up for an award. They want me to be a speaker at a judicial award ceremony. How can I, stay on the list? You can't.
Right. How can I?
Bongine's here. She's clearing all lists. Bonjean's clearing all lists.
Judge.
Right. Denitra said, they will not be getting away with anything. I will keep letting her know what's going on. They have no A game. Come on, say it. Say it. Victoria said they just need to bring that man home, period. So sick of the games they're playing. Yeah. Me too, girl. Me too. Kimberly Black said, do us right and quit playing.
Just stop it. Just stop it.
Stop it right now, like Dr. Phil said. Shoot. So they really thought they did something, and I laughed in their faces in the courtroom when they came up with the verdict, and Kim Fox, oops, girl, ain't that the truth? Kim Fox needs to go as well. Well, you know, the prosecutor, now when I was looking into some stuff, the prosecutor, I forgot her name, in Illinois at the time, I think for the 2008, or one of them, who is now a judge. I read somewhere where, and this is alleged, where they're showing her to be corrupt. Let me see if I can find it.
Really?
Yep. Yep.
Oh.
Let me see. I'm gonna find it.
That's quite interesting.
Yeah. I'm gonna find it, and because it's probably on my other computer. Because I looked at that, I'm like, are you serious? It's just so much. It's so much dirt going on, and then and that's my thing too. And like what Sylvia's saying, people don't want to. They don't want to listen to the facts. They don't want to look at the transcripts. They all they want to. Yep, Kels is guilty. He's guilty. Boom. And like I said, I get where that comes from. People with that mindset tried him in the court of public opinion. They only heard what the adversaries,
actual charges are.
Yeah, they only heard what Kel's adversaries said, and they told one hell of a story. I mean, it's a good story the way they put it together. Yeah, lock them up and throw away the key. But that's what the issue is. Come to find out, the trial of public opinion, there was a whole lot of lying going on, a whole lot of mistruths going on.
Amen.
And so, but ultimately, the people who believe that Kels should be in jail and Kels is guilty, and he ran around here and did this, that, and 2/3 with all these females. Who matters the most at this point is going to be the appellate court, unless Donnelly gives Kels a new trial or acquits him, and the jury in the Illinois court, period. That's all, so y'all can think whatever y'all want to. Y'all think Kels is guilty.
Right.
Good thing y'all not on the jury. And, that's just it. It in a nutshell.
Yep. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. This is just all crazy.
Bree Edwards said, even Stevie Wonder can see this case is bogus. He's so far from being guilty, right, Denitra? Kels got too big for them, and that's what started it all. Well, it's the people that surrounded him who were taking advantage of him that didn't have,
It's almost like they're like, you got away once, but we're going to just throw everything at you to try to not let you get away again.
And you bring that up, and that's why I told Sylvia when I first had interviewed her, when I said, Sylvia, my mindset was, dang, Kels, you got out of it one time. How did you allow yourself to get caught up in a thing like this again? But see, now it comes clear. And so while Geddes is talking about, oh, yeah, it's a conspiracy, and all the people that work for him were part of the, what did she call it? The, enterprise. All of the people that were part of the enterprise, those people were working unto themselves. Everything they did was to benefit them immediately.
Yep.
And like I said, even if even like I said on Sylvie's show maybe a couple of weeks ago, there's no reason that R. Kelly, that any of the properties that he had, for any of them to have been even have a mortgage on them. None of them properties should have gone into foreclosure.
Right.
You should have never had a mortgage. But if you're looking
Exactly.
out for your realtor friend in Atlanta and your realtor friend in Chicago, you know, and your mortgage friend, and all this is alleged because I don't know I don't know how his real estate transactions went on. But what we do know is he apparently had a mortgage on a property because they went into foreclosure. And he should, all of those should have been, he should have owned all of those.
Right.
So who gave him advice that, no, man, you got the money to buy it, but go on and get you a mortgage, man, because then that way you can hook Jimmy Jam up, and then you can hook up Bobo and Fifi, because they just got into the mortgage game, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's almost like what is happening.
Right. It's like everything that they directed or advised Kelly of, they did it where the end result wouldn't benefit him. He might have got a piece of the benefit, but it ultimately benefited whoever stood to write the action, like to write that mortgage. They got a fat piece of piece of commission off of that. Yep. They did. And that's one of the things that's one of the things Bongine said too, that Kells didn't make, let me see if I can find it here, said Kells didn't get there was no benefit out of this quote unquote enterprise. Let me see if she says it here. Yeah, right. It says here, defendant objects on the basis that no enterprise existed and he did not profit from any racketeering activities associated with the non-existent enterprise. So if Kells having sex with these gals was that, I'm sure that wasn't no profit. What they say, fair exchange ain't no robbery.
No, so, he didn't gain any money. He didn't sell them out to anybody.
He didn't gain nothing out of it.
He was paying them.
Come on.
I mean, he was taking care of them.
Right.
Yeah, as a boyfriend do.
Right. But nothing in regards to him, pimping them.
Come on. There was no profit. I mean, you didn't. What did he gain from this enterprise? Now, who's going to be the mastermind of an enterprise? And there's nothing that benefit. Now, it benefit
with no money was made.
Come on, no money, no properties, no record deals.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And why wouldn't he make from his tours and his record deals? Because he's an artist.
Right. But you're claiming this enterprise, and like Bongine said earlier, you're claiming that this nationally world-renowned R&B superstar didn't have nothing to do with 30 years in the industry. He didn't have nothing to do but sit back and figure out, let me run an enterprise and profit out of it. Profit from what? Because like he said on Gayle King, I ain't got to hold nobody. I ain't got to hold nobody hostage.
I'm R. Kelly.
I'm R. Kelly, baby, with the 12 play, the Chocolate Factory. What else? Huh?
Yeah.
With the bump and grind. What is you talking about, Gayle? Get some bump and grind in your life. Gayle and Oprah?
Too much for me.
Now that doesn't even make logical sense. And
right.
And again, like it or not, folks from Chicago move differently. And Kelly,
yes,
you understand what I'm saying? The whole mindset is different. Mm-hmm. It ain't like he was raised in Omaha, Nebraska and moved to Chicago. Brother's born and raised up and through there. They do stuff differently. So it's not even going to make sense to him. Like he said on Gayle King, use your head. You don't make me pull the video up and share the screen.
Use your common sense.
Use your common sense, people. Mm-hmm. So you're going to make me hit the share screen, baby. Okay? But so ain't nobody going to sit here and
the text messages of the mom and the daughter and all that wasn't allowed to be admitted, because that proves that, they were really kind of setting him up.
Yep. He was the one that was being preyed upon.
Right.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
They were coercing him because she wanted her to shimmy on his lap.
Right, and then she telling her play by play what you should do, what's going to happen, what you should do,
right,
and blah blah blah,
and keep him on your mind. Keep him on your mind.
Right.
Right. What the world?
Keep you on his mind. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Dirty dogs.
Mm-hmm. Somebody needs some Dove. It's out of control.
It's out of control.
And I know
these people believe this crap. These people believe this.
Sylvie, you know what, girl? They ain't heard it. They didn't hear it. They just didn't hear it because it only takes one time. And to be honest, Sylvia, I didn't know you existed until this Cardi B came out.
Oh man.
I mean, it just is what it is. So, and I think I had said this to Purple Couch when you had stepped away. Bottom line is, I don't give a damn what none of these folks is thinking. That only matters is the fact that Kel's got Bongine on his case, on his side, and she is fighting for his behalf. She is an expert at this law, period.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing that matters now is seating a panel of jurors for this case in Illinois for them to hear. And the way Bongine is going to present and argue her case, we already know how that's going to end. We already know. We already know. And the way she's fighting on this acquittal or new trial, we already know. So this is just
and if neither one is granted, then it goes to the appeals court, and
she won't argue her ass off there as well.
A finer tooth comb, just not a fine tooth comb, but a finer tooth
comb. Come on,
a finer tooth comb.
Come on.
This is the wrong time for your stuff to be checked because they do an investigation on those other ones.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, come on now,
Judge, do the right thing, Judge.
She should already been did the right thing. She should already been done did the right thing.
You're right.
So,
wow.
So there is hope. There's definitely hope, no matter what Getty's and them, y'all favorite AUSA. Wait a minute. Lady Coltrane said they want to throw them bloomers up on the stage. That's what Kel said. That was his motivation for the Black Panties album, that somebody had threw some big grandma draws up on the stage and then they landed on it. He said when he looked.
Look at what Linda just said. Linda said, until I started following you, Sylvia, I was ignorant to the fact because of the false narrative about him. Thank you, Linda.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
And that's the thing that a lot of people need to get clarity on. Because, like I said, I really didn't watch the whole documentary, but I did not know about the Mann Act, and I couldn't understand how the RICO came in play. And of course I still don't understand that.
Right.
But, and that definitely was like the Mann Act, and that's when I found that part out from Sylvia. So I'm like, what the world? People need to understand this. Everybody's cheering.
Right.
Yeah, but they don't know what they're cheering about.
Right. And the other thing, when you said you watched a documentary, so I started watching that documentary.
Sorry, y'all.
Yeah.
I didn't watch all of it because
I didn't either. Right.
I don't know. I just felt that some of the ladies were not as
credible. When I started watching it, I watched it even before I don't. But probably even before I started trying to, do my channel on YouTube, I checked out that documentary. So of course that would have been way long before I knew Sylvia. And I started watching it and I'm looking at the accounts and I'm like, because when they started the Unmute R. Kelly, I was in Chicago at the time. So I was hip to it when it was unfolding. And even then, that's when I was saying, because I was still holding 2008 against them. I'm like, man, okay, second time Kells? No, man, throw away the key. And at whatever point when I started watching the documentary and then I'm listening to these girls sitting up here, well, see, and then what happened? I'm like, So I couldn't watch all of it. I said, this sounds like BS. and I know there's some people out there now, I said, this sounds like BS, but in my mind, Kels was still guilty. You understand? Because the girls in the documentary didn't say, well, see, I went to him and I lied about my age. And then I had my mama do this, and then my daddy. And we didn't know, I didn't know that the part in the documentary where they were throwing the rocks at the window and come to find out Lifetime told, I think it was the Savages, told
throwing
them
rocks at the window.
Yeah, they were at Kel's studio, and they were at Kel's studio, and they were throwing rocks. Bring us our daughter. Come on out. Come out. Come out. And they later say, well, we knew that she wasn't in there, but we just said, whoever was in there, we just want to protect whoever's in there. See, but you didn't.
Wow.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. But when it first broke, when that part was on the news, because there was news clips where it was either Savage or Clary, one of them, allegedly, I'm going to say. But I seen it with my own eyes. Where they were out there, it was at night. And it was like, well, I want my daughter. Bring my daughter out. Get my daughter. Get my daughter. And I'm like, damn, what? And this was, in real time. I'm like, wait a minute, what? This don't make no sense.
Wow.
I'm like, what is Kells doing?
They went to his house and was throwing rocks at him?
The one his house, it was probably the studio. But no. Okay, on video, Purple Couch, they were at his studio. They were in the alley and they were throwing rocks at a window. Tell my Jocelyn or Joy or whatever in the hell, come out. But they came back later and said, we knew she wasn't in there. But we just thought
that was for TV. That was just for the video, for the gram.
Baby.
Yeah.
It was for TV.
And look, who gets award? They went to award shows, winning awards, man. This is crazy. You know how long that girl been home? The one, what's her name? Amber. Remember the ones in what was their name? What was the girl name from Ohio? Amanda. Was it Amanda? No. Amanda Smart, wasn't it?
What'd she do? Say what she did.
Oh, the girl that was hostage.
There were 3 girls that was held hostage.
Oh, yeah, in the basement. Yeah, right.
You don't hear nothing about them. Nothing.
Well, like I said, look at all of them. Look at all of the ones who you see them out here on these interviews.
That was a real situation.
That was real. And not only that, but you know what?
Outside, nothing. These
even
girls
the way
been outside, been shopping, been everywhere, been visiting their parents, even though they lied, said they wasn't, and carried on. And
flying, leaving for the weekend and coming back.
Yeah, going shopping spree.
But they didn't tell that on the docuseries. They didn't tell that when they was on WGCI and all the rest of these radio stations local to Chicago, talking about mute Kells. They weren't telling that part of it. And that's what's problematic. But it's still okay because guess what? Jennifer Bongine is on the case.
On the case.
She's on the case. So they're not going to get away with the same underhanded ass.
But you know what they also did, right? And that's the other thing, guys. They stopped his money. They stopped his money from flowing, so he was not able to get the adequate defense that he needed, getting the forensics and all this kind of stuff. He was not able to get it, and they knew that was the way to get him.
Here's the other thing, too.
Wow.
And this is for the people in the bushes. You got 180 likes and 165 watching, but this is for the people in the bushes. Look at the accusers or alleged victims or whatever you call them, Sylvie. The ones that are on these public platforms now, do you see any level of trauma?
No.
And I'm not trying to victim shame or anything of that nature.
I'm sorry.
You see any? There's no. And Purple Couch, when you mentioned the girls in Ohio, when they did finally get on a camera, they didn't have the breasts all out. No. The hair wasn't down to the 9. Do you understand what I'm saying? No. There wasn't any of that. No, these girls are showing up on these public platforms. And
breast done. He did their breasts.
And that's okay. And if that's what you want to do, hey, I ain't mad at you. But they're promoting themselves.
Remember, supposedly he likes underage. Why would he want somebody with big boobs if he likes underage?
Well, there's some young girls with some big.
Most of the time, young girls. Look, come on now.
I'm just saying, but these
But her mama
alleged
did
victims
tell
are
her,
up
"Hey,
there.
don't dress too grown."
Oh yeah,
Remember she said that, "Don't dress too grown,"
yeah.
because he
But
likes them to
these,
look young.
Sylvie, these alleged victims are now, they're now promoting themselves. Oh, I've always wanted to sing. Oh, I've always sang. Oh, I always had my eye on the business. See, I got skills. That's what you're talking about. These people aren't even interviewing you about your trauma and how you overcame it. And then that last interview that I saw with, or not the last one, but interview I saw with Jane Doe number 5. Nope. Nobody else is responsible. The only person responsible is Kels. You're trying to, okay, so Jane Doe 5, you're not engaged. So now you're trying to come off and you're trying to not sound bitter. You're trying to not sound bitter. You're like she said, I just want to make sure that she's okay. And at some point she's going to come to the realization that she really went through. Wait a minute. You ain't came to you. If you ain't come to the realization, how's she going to come? You weaponize the fact that you willfully, because you already said this on Gayle King's show, you willfully got down how you get down with females and males. You already said that on Gayle King. Yes, we're a family. Yeah, we do things together and then we don't. I mean, we do things individually. We do things as collectively. That's what we do. But we both love him. We love him. And now you showing up on, so when you see them on these public platforms, they're marketing themselves.
Yeah.
And well, life goes on. You're right. It does go on. But why you're showing up and it's still about Kels. Them people ain't called you up because you done hit Billboard's top number 1 with the release of your 1 minute and 33 second single. Ain't nobody called you on there for that.
Lord have mercy.
Well, they didn't. And that sound and I'm just gonna be honest, that eerie ass song.
And too provocative and is looking crazy and what the world.
It's eerie. Yeah, you're trying to sub Kels. You're trying to be all of these different personalities. You're trying to sub Kels, and then if you look at the lyrics, you thought you was an angel, but you the devil or whatever in the hell she's saying. Are you looking in a mirror right now? Wow. That's what did you look in the mirror when you wrote them lyrics?
That's what I'm about to say. She was talking about herself, but that was her expressing who she is.
A 1 minute and 30-second song.
Another woke person. She said, I mean, he or she, I don't know who this is. Case in point says, I've been following you with the Cardi B case, and I started watching your R. Kelly content, and it woke me up. I thought he was guilty off of rumors I've heard, but the court document makes it clear. Thank you, court.
Oh, that's
right on, Case. Right on, Case.
Now, this is what, 3 people so far? 3?
Mm-hmm.
3 people, okay. This is what it's all about, that the truth goes out, not what the government said. And just because they're government doesn't mean they're telling the truth, y'all. That's the problem. People think. People think just because they're the government that they're the truth. No.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sylvia, more money to push the lie.
And Sylvia, let me say this, and wait a minute, let me put it in the chat.
Say that's messed up.
Yeah, it's all just ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It really is. It really is. It really, really is. What's that, man? It's like this whole thing is just.
Judge Annie Pooh, I suggest you get it right.
Wait, what happened?
They're gonna start investigating your cases, lady. I said Annie Pooh.
They better get on their P's and Q's and dot their I's and cross their T's.
Right.
Because I'm just saying.
So even under normal circumstances, if you look
at how Judge Ray kept repeating about not wanting to go to the appellate level,
right? And if it did, but his thing too, the Purple Couch. The thing with Judge Ray the Third
in the realm of them understanding what's going on.
What the thing with Judge Ray was, if it went to appeals, he didn't want it to be turned over. Because every defendant has the right to appeal.
I got to do this because he know if they go to appeal, they are going to scrutinize it to the hilt.
Right. And and this is what I respected about him. With every defendant, they have the right to appeal. And his concern was, if it goes to appeal, you're not going to find that I allowed errors to occur.
Right.
That was his standard. I'm checking my work. Yeah. I'm making sure mine is done according to the law. And to me, that's another reason why he did so much commentary in between his, rulings and decisions. Because he sure would, and I feel like he did that just to have on the record what his actual state of mind was. It brings me to this case when, 2 men in a truck had a baby. And so they tried to determine blah, 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 blah.
It reminds me of that.
So if it did go to appeals, the appellate court would be able to look at it and say, I see I see where his mind was. So that makes sense.
And let us look at let's look at our rules.
Absolutely.
Our federal rules.
Absolutely.
And see, how it flows. With constitutional rights violated. Let's blah, 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 blah. They got a whole checklist. And 3 judges.
Y'all both talking at the same time.
I know, so I'm trying to be quiet. I know she can't hear me. That's why I'm trying to be quiet a little bit.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, y'all just got me up here ready to preach. Go on, Purple Couch. Finish what you were saying, baby.
I was saying, it's generally 3 judges that review appeal cases, and then they make their decision, and the majority wins, and then one writes the opinion. Hey, so that's how it goes.
Well.
So it's just, I am, hopeful and glad that Bongine is on the case, that she stepped in.
Me too. But yeah, the truth of the matter is, and Sylvia, you deserve all the credit. I ain't gonna lie.
Definitely.
You really
because,
do.
Like I said, I found out about the Mann Act through her, that was,
right,
a charge.
Well, I say that, and my thing is, I say you deserve all the credit because I wasn't giving a damn about a Mann Act, the Book of Acts, none of that.
The Book of Acts.
When it came to R. Kelly, I'm just being a whole 100% honest, because I love the Book of Acts. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. But my point is I was not giving any of that consideration. But Sylvia has provided good detail, good commentary on this case in general, and which is why I cover the case now, because it's ridiculous. All of the things that R. Kelly has been exposed to as a result of poor administration of justice from the prosecutor, the team, the judge, and the jury.
Yeah, say it now. Say it
period.
Now. Yeah.
That's period.
I always ask God to use me, and like I told you guys, the reason why I got involved is because my own personal situation. Sometimes when you always, how, okay, I'm gonna give you an example. You know how if your credit is the bomb, you always question on how did they get the credit messed up, until one day you get your credit messed up.
Yeah, and then you be like, what?
And you be like, whoa!
Now I understand.
Then you have empathy for people. You can relate because you know how it feels for someone to lie on you. And when someone lie on you and you go through that hell, you don't want no one else to go through it like you went through it. And that was the reason, one of the main reason why I am gung-ho, that I've given up a lot of time and everything. And people wonder why aren't you doing this for this family member? Let me tell you something. To God be the glory. I don't have family member in jail. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. But But I mean, I don't have no brothers or sisters. I'm just thanking the Lord, knocking on wood and all that, because
in Jesus' name.
My thing is, folks be like, oh, well, you won't do this for your own family. Yes, I would. I would do it for a friend. I would do it for family. But because this man is not being done right, and he's a superstar. Right. He's a superstar. Right. How can a superstar go through the hell that this man is going through?
It's because he's black. And that's the problem that you want society to,
and like you said,
that you want us to,
for them to cut off his money.
His ability to pay, to earn income. And the point is that what this should do for normal people is awaken them to understand that if they would do this in such a high profile case with the lamest
open.
I mean, in your face, hanging him in your face
with the lamest. I mean, it's not like I said, I'd hate to see what they do to some. Look, in Tennessee, they changing the law so that the people can get married at. This is an exaggeration, but not far off. 9 years old. So do you have a problem with people because that's young? If you would have came up and said, yeah, Kels is doing this with 2-year-olds, okay, that's a problem. Yeah. But you don't want to get out here and say, wait a minute, these are just like with the girl, what's her name? What is that girl's name? I can't think of her name. It's the very first one that brought the case in 2018. Kels was calling her the cable girl. No.
Faith?
No, not Faith. The bottom line, the girl was
Geronda.
No. It's the other girl. The bottom line is the girl was coming out of a troubled home, and she didn't want to stay home, and she was on the street, and she claimed that she was friends with Kels for like 6 months before they even had a sexual thing. So here's my thing.
Oh, you talking about K. Michelle?
No. I'll find it. It's on my computer upstairs. The point is that if you think hard enough, Sylvia, you'll remember. The point is that this girl said, oh yeah, me and Kels, we just started off as friends. We was just friends. He would look out for me and this and that. And, we was just cool. She claimed that she was bringing girls to Kels. Young girls, Tiffany, Bree, get it, my girl, Bree, exactly, Tiffany. Tiffany's talking about, well, we were just friends for like 6 months. If you're a friend of a man for 6 months, and when he pulls up and be like, I need you to ride this, and you don't have enough whatever to say, nigga, if you don't put that back, I ain't riding nothing. Come on. So you're not gonna make me believe. You're not gonna make me believe that somehow he just overnight and all of a sudden just coerced you now. You're not gonna make me believe that. But you couldn't stay home. According to what I read, the mom was throwing you out in and out. You didn't want to be at home. All these different things. So now to all of a sudden present them like, again, pristine individuals who, were at church and Kels rode by and walked in and just snatched them up by the back and pulled them and put them in the trunk. You understand?
Yeah.
That's the image you're trying to convey and portray of R. Kelly and these things. And that's not the case.
Wow.
That is not the case. And I'm sorry, 6 months of being a friend with a man and now all of a sudden he's forced you into having sex with him. Wrong answer. Ain't nobody buying that. Who's buying that?
Wow. And you were saying that she said she was bringing him girls?
She claimed that, allegedly, she claimed that she brought friends over there, not like go out and get me some gals and then bring them back here because I'm about to, rip them a new one.
Wow.
You understand? She didn't say that that's what he told her to do. But I'm sure, in Chicago, I'm sure it's like, yeah, girl, me and R. Kelly, we cool like that. Just like with the other girl that went over there with the condoms. Yeah,
you want to brag on that.
Well, that's the girl with the condoms that went over there. Well, I went over to his apartment. All the folks was over there. And then I went in the room. And then, he said, do this and do that. And I was like, well, is you going to use a condom? And he said, I ain't got no condom. So then I went on ahead and reached and retched in my purse and pulled out a condom. You're not going to tell me that, was it a whole pack?
So you just happen to have one.
Well, you didn't say I opened up the brand new pack of condoms. My question is, what are you doing with the condoms?
And remember, you're supposed to be, 15 years old?
What are you doing with the condoms?
But you're 15.
Well,
and then what are you doing going to the house with a bunch of grown men?
What are you doing?
Right.
What are you doing? And not only, okay, and so listen. So maybe
package of condoms.
Your own condoms. And here's the truth. Because a lot of parents will tell their kids, look, if you're thinking about having sex, this is what my parents told me. If you're thinking about going out there and getting down with the get down, we need to talk about birth control. Or we need to, what I'm saying? That's what a responsible parent is going to do for the most part. And y'all better not say my mama and them ain't responsible.
No, look, she's careful. Your mama and them is careful.
But I mean, it's just if you're gonna be, I mean, and like my father told my brothers the same thing. If y'all gonna be out here knocking the boots, y'all need to go stop on over there by Walgreens and get you some of these. Period. Right. So maybe that's what her parents told her. And it's okay if that's what if she had in her mind that at some point she's going to have sex. So she's going to be prepared. I ain't mad at you. But if that's the walk that you walk in, don't come up in the courtroom now trying to make it sound like you don't even know how to spell dick. I wish this was the topic of my paper, because my paper would be written. Okay.
Oh God, that's true.
But don't put that out there like that. Now all of a sudden y'all want to show up on camera, dressed up and made up, and tell these little sob sad ass stories. Stop it, y'all.
Wow.
And then just put it all under the umbrella of he abused me. He had me in a room and told me to be in this position because it's the position he wanted me in when he got back. And I stayed like that. Girl, you're not going to tell me you stayed in the front leaning rest position doing a plank for hours. You know damn well you laid down. And when you heard him start to come through the door, you got on back up in that position. Stop it. Stop it.
Say, just stop the madness.
Just stop it. And y'all want us to believe all that. You lying. This don't make no sense. But then now when we see you on these on these other platforms, here you are. And I ain't mad at you for being beautiful. But here you are. Oh, see, I like to write my music.
Right.
And I like to hit a high note. And I always wanted to be a star. Stop. And just because your parents are coming and if your parents are church leaders in the church and this is how you acting, don't try to throw Kelly under the bus because your child is not following in the way of the word.
Right.
Because you're only fooling yourself, or you trying to fool the people that go to your church. Because the first thing they're going to say about the pastor and his wife, the pastor and first lady, is, well, they sure didn't raise their child right. That must have been what they was doing in the house. Because or else why would this child be out here flying to New York, having oral sex, doing all these things? It must be what they do at home. So they got to protect their image at any cost, apparently.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Right. Yep. All alleged.
I mean, it's just unfair. And like I said, you're going to do this in a high profile case, but you got Jimmy and Pookie who didn't commit the crime, but don't nobody know them like that. Don't nobody, too bad Jimmy and Pookie don't know infamous Sylvia. And this real talk.
It's real talk.
Mm-hmm.
And if y'all will do this, if Geddes and them got the audacity to do this on a R. Kelly, you know that they're doing this. It's not a far stretch to believe
to the black men.
Thank you. It's not a far stretch to presume that they would do this for other unknown individuals who are black.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Damn. It's just unfair. Like I said, if Kels is guilty, prove it. But you had that bite at the apple, and you came up lying. And
y'all
if you
both talking at the same time.
I'm sorry. Let me step down from the pulpit. I'm sorry, Purple Couch. Go on, girl. Go on what you were saying.
Mac has a question. Okay, what did Mac say? I don't know what question Mac is. Okay, where's the question, Mac? Why the government did subpoena Aaliyah's mother? Because she was going to tell the truth. That was never married. They were never married, and it was publicity stunt orchestrated by Barry Hankerson and Demetrius Smith.
No, they had to have been married because even Bongine attests to that in her argument in one or two of the motions. So, but that part doesn't matter. That part doesn't matter because, to be honest with you, that's not what he was on trial for in New York, and that's the thing. You made it RICO so you could just bring everything in.
Right.
You didn't, and God rest her soul, Aaliyah's not here to get up and deny it or affirm it or say she's the one that put a gun to Kel's head and made him do it or anything of that nature. And this is what I'm saying. You're taking the law.
Right. And the only thing, they do have a video where she's saying, no, it was for publicity. So.
Right. And if they really cared about the law, please believe, based on what everyone who's heard about how Jane Doe number 5's mama and daddy conducted themselves and manipulated and facilitated. Okay. Because how did you pull your child out of school in one state and send her to another state? Because even by that time, she wasn't there. Kel sent me home because when we were about to sign the record deal, the record company noticed that I was underage and they said they couldn't do it, this, that, and 2/3. That is not why you were sent home. You were sent home because it was determined and found out that your ass was lying about being of legal age. That's why I sent you back. That's why I sent you back. And so your family,
they lied, and the parents lied.
So if the Gettys and all the rest of them cared about justice, Kel's wouldn't have been the only one on trial.
Hello.
Right.
Let's be honest. Let's just be all the way honest with it. Gayle King, where you at?
Right.
So stop it.
And this is part of the enterprise. Well, guess what? The parents was a part of it too.
Thank you. That's the enterprise. The Gratis in them, allegedly. My opinion. McMahon said, "Man, the government need to let her arrested. Was highly disrespectful, implicating her as Jane Doe." I think you might need you to elaborate a little bit, McCann, because I'm not sure if I understand.
No, they said that Aaliyah was Jane Doe. Was a Jane Doe.
Yeah. And that in and of itself is disrespectful. You just disrespected Aaliyah all kind of ways, because it's not like you fighting for Aaliyah. Getty's probably like Aaliyah. She was probably like, Aaliyah who? Alicia? You mean Alicia? No, Mitch. No, not Alicia. Aaliyah. Oh, well, shit, throw that in there too. Hell yeah.
That's everything they could think of to throw in this case.
Bring that.
Everything.
You got a Melissa or Sue or anybody else?
It's crazy. Oh, God.
It's just too much. It's just too much. It's out of control.
Yeah,
sit back and let it. Because I believe that Judge Ray would have been like, wait, hold up. Like he did the blogger lady. He said, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me get this clear. Now, did you or did you not?
Yeah, we need a yes or no.
Yeah, straighten this out right now. Well, I saw my phone. All right, go get your phone. But it's in the parking lot. Okay, what?
We'll wait.
I don't have a computer. You can sign in all these. You see all these computers? Huh? Or do you need glasses? Huh? What's T? Because we're going to get this straight now. We're not going to keep operating on innuendo and supposition and doubt. We're not going to do that.
No. Like, what a mess.
Yeah.
A whole hot mess.
All right, good people. I'm about to leave. Mel, you got work to do. I got to go. Got school to do stuff, and you got to go home, Miss Purple Couch. Go home.
I got school, but I'm also gonna be dropping a video. This is all there is to it. I'm just gonna go ahead and work on the video that I was gonna wait on.
If you and Mel can do a 3-way, offline.
Okay. I do a 3-way. All right. We got business to talk about, y'all. Bye.
All right. See y'all.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
We got some business to take care of, people. We can't have you guys in our business.
Can't be pretty.
Bye, Mel. I'll call you in a minute.
All right. See ya. Bye,
y'all.
Bye,
guys. Have a good one. Later. Got to go to work, guys. Hold on.